hermosas! I know I look very crazy right now. It's because I just woke up and I decided to do a video because why not? But before I get started with this video, I do want to talk about something a little bit quickly, and hopefully you all can help me with this and help her. So anyways, I'm going to try to summarize it as best as I can. It is a long story, and I will make sure to put her story down in the description box so you all can go check it out, or you can go and read her story on her GoFundMe or her like page. So anyways, there's a girl, her name is Salma. She goes by Slay with Salma. She does makeup live videos on her Facebook page. And she is a 17-year-old who needs $4 million for a 5-organ transplant. Yes, you heard me, $4 million. It is a lot, and we are trying our best to help spread the word so that way she can get the help she needs. So if you all can, please get Salma into the trending list on Twitter or something, because she really does need that help. She needs $4 million. I think we have reached up to like 6,000 or 5,000. I'm not too sure. I haven't checked. But if you all can, like I said, please go ahead and share her GoFundMe link and also donate, because she doesn't have that much time. So please help her as best as you can. I would really appreciate it, and I'm sure she would appreciate it. I will put her links down in the description box, so please check under there or check in the comments. I will put everything there so that way you all can go check her out. So without further ado, let's just get on to this video. Everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a how I used to do my makeup and how I do my makeup now kind of thing. Okay, so on this side of my face, I'm going to be doing how I used to do my makeup on this side, and this side will be how I do my makeup now. So how I do my makeup back then, I actually wouldn't use any primer. Like at all. I would not use any primer whatsoever or any moisturizer, nothing. I would literally just jump into like my liquid foundation, and that was it. Like I just started my makeup routine just like that. I know, very bad. I didn't know anything about primer. Actually, I don't even know if primer was actually invented, but like back then. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm like super duper old, but I don't remember there being primer around when I was like in high school or middle school. So yeah. Anyways, I would basically just take my liquid foundation and I would use those angled sponges. I wouldn't use any applicators like this. They were just those angled sponges. So I would basically just take my foundation like this and I would just apply it onto my face. And I would just like smear it. Like I would go like this. This is how I would do my makeup. Literally. No concealer, no nothing. I would just do this. I would also use my hands as well. Like I would just put it in here. Like this is how I would do my makeup. Literally. There wasn't really anything else I would do. Just like that. I would just smear it all over. Pretty much it. I really didn't know anything about makeup. I did it like this. And the foundation I would use regularly every single day before I went to school was the Revlon liquid foundation. I think it was by Revlon. I'm not too sure, but if I can remember, I'll post a picture here so you all can like check it out. But I would just use that foundation. It was like my go-to, and I guess I would only use it because my mom would use it. So I would always see her use it, and because of that, I would just use it. I never really digged into makeup to see what would work for me. I just went in and just used whatever. Literally, I didn't even think about my skin at the time, which is so horrible, and that is why I have like these acne scars, because I just wouldn't take care of my face like I do now. So it is super crazy. Alright, so on this side of my face, I'm going to show you all how I would do it. So basically now I use a primer. So, well, first I use a moisturizer, which I already applied, so I don't need to apply my moisturizer or anything like that. I already applied it onto my face. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. After I moisturize, I use my primer. So I'm just taking this on half of my face. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to let the primer dry because that's basically what I do every day. And I'm going to move on to what I used to do back then. on this side of my face. Alright, so back then I wouldn't let my liquid foundation set onto my face. I would just jump into my loose powder. I would not let my liquid foundation dry or anything like that. Also, when I applied the loose powder, I used to just go like this. This is how I would apply it, straight up, just like this. Now, going back onto this side of my face on how I do it now, after my primer has dried, I go in with a concealer. And I would never use a concealer back then. It was just literally liquid foundation, loose powder. That was it. Now I discovered concealer for dark circles, and now I use it. So this is how I do my makeup on this side. Hold on. I apply it over here. I had like primer over here and I had no idea. I also have primer here. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. So I apply my concealer underneath my eyes. I usually use my finger or I use a sponge, depending on how I feel, but I usually do my concealer this way. Some people put concealer to highlight after they do their liquid foundation and stuff. I don't like to do that, as I don't really care about highlighting my face for now. I'm pretty sure later on I'm going to care about that in the future, but right now I don't. I usually just use concealer just to cover up like my dark circles or any type of spots that I have, so it's completely different. Alright, before I continue with the concealer, I also use a color corrector, and it's this red one right here. Anyways, this one is by LA Girls, and I just apply it onto like spots that need to be corrected. I usually use a peach one, but currently I don't have it. So what I do is I take a little bit, and I wouldn't do this when I would go to school. So this is different. So I would just tap it, and this is what I do, just to cover up my like dark spots. I even apply it underneath my eyelids as well. So this is how I do it. I also put some underneath my eyes. Here we go. I probably should have done this first before my concealer. I apologize. I usually do this first before I apply my concealer, just so you all know that. After I use the color corrector, I start applying my translucent powder. And the reason why I apply a translucent powder is because it will, like, you know, take off all, not really take off the orange, but kind of like cover it up a little bit. That way it doesn't like, or basically like set in the color corrector so it doesn't mix with the makeup or like change the makeup color. So I basically just apply my translucent powder, and I never did this back then, ever. I didn't even know translucent powder was a thing when I was in school, so yeah, it was pretty different. Alright, so after I covered up my color corrector, I'm gonna go back with the concealer, like I said. I go back in with this, and I just apply it on areas that need to be corrected or that I find need to be corrected. So like underneath my chin, gonna put it halfway. And you could tell the difference when I apply my makeup before I did it. Like over here, I would just glide it. Over here, I do tapping motions. This is how I do it. Can you all already tell the difference? Like you can kind of still see like the dark circles, but you can see more on this side where I never even like applied any concealer or anything like that. Okay, so right after I'm done with my concealer and all of that, I take in my Milani liquid foundation and I apply it onto this brush. So anyways, I basically just apply it like this. This is how I do my makeup regularly every single day. Well, not every single day. I don't do my makeup every day because I like to take care of my skin. I don't like to wear makeup like every single day. I like to have a healthy skin, and I like to let my skin breathe, because if I don't, I start breaking out and it gets horrible. I keep looking this way because I'm like terrified that something's gonna like pop up there. I don't know, my house is kind of haunted, so yeah. Okay, so this is how it looks like after I am done like applying my liquid foundation. So what I do is I usually go in with a napkin actually, and I just tap the excess makeup off. And I would never do this on this side of my face when I would go to school. Like I would just never do it. And I usually just let the liquid foundation set for at least 5 minutes if I have time. That is why I take like about 2 hours fully to get ready, so I usually have to wake up extremely early to do my makeup and hair. Alright, Once it dries, I go in with my translucent powder, and I am using the Morphe translucent powder. So I apply this onto my face right here. This is how I do it just regularly. I just apply my translucent powder to set in my makeup even more, because I tend to get like an oily face at the end of the day. Oh my god. Oily face at the end of the day, and I don't want that to happen. Alright, so once I'm done with the whole translucent powder, I usually apply another loose powder. But before I do that, again, I take a napkin and I go in and just take out the excess part of my makeup. Alright, so once I am done doing that, I go back in and, like I said, I apply another loose powder. And this is the Neutrogena Shears loose powder. I need to try out a different loose powder. I haven't done that, but yeah. Anyways, basically what I do is I tap in my makeup with the makeup brush. Alright, so after applying my loose powder, I just take a napkin again and I just dab it and take off the excess makeup. And this is how it looks like so far. So this is how I used to do my makeup on this side, and this is how I do my makeup now. You could definitely tell the difference right here. I mean, you could definitely see the dark circles way more than you can here. I mean, you could still see it, but not as bad as over here. Okay, so let's talk about the eyebrows. Let's talk about how I did it on this side of my face when I used to do my makeup. I never really did my eyebrows that much. Like, I either didn't do them, or if I did, I actually would use an eyeshadow palette to get my eyebrows. And I also wouldn't pluck them, like, ever. I would never pluck them. But I'm going to show you all how I would do it when I would just fill them in with my eyeshadow palette. So I would just get like any brown shade, like literally any. I used to actually shade in my eyebrows with a black eyeshadow color, and it was just horrible. So I would still do the same as I would do like now. I would just brush them out just like this. After that, I would get in like a brown color. So I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm just going to use it to fill in my brows. It's going to be a little weird because I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done my makeup like this. Not since like high school, and I graduated in like 2015. So it's not been that long, but still. It hasn't been that long actually. But it seems pretty long to me. I mean, we're already in 2020. That is really crazy. Alright, you see that? That's basically how I used to do my eyebrows. I would just do them straight up like this with just like an eyeshadow palette. That is it. I wouldn't even fix it or, you know, make it sharper with like a concealer or anything. Alright, so that is how it looks like after I did my eyebrows with an eyeshadow color. So I'm going to show you all now how I do it today. So I usually use these stencils, and it's pretty old. You can see how dirty this is already. But this is the e.l.f. eyebrow stencil. And I usually use the Milani pomade, which is in dark brown. And this is the Stay Put brow color, and this is how it looks like. This is how I do it. I basically brush my eyebrows just like I would back then. I'm not really good at eyebrows or doing my eyebrows, just so you all know. I'm still not pretty good at it. I've always like just basically sucked at doing my eyebrows, so I apologize if it still looks horrible as it did back then. I just can't learn how to do my eyebrows. I try, and I just can't do it. I simply cannot do it. I just follow along with my eyebrow. This is basically how I do it. Okay, so I take a stencil and I place it onto my eyebrow over here. And I go in there and I shade in where the stencil is at. Alright, so after doing so, I take my e.l.f. 16HR Camo Concealer. And I also take this little brush and I just basically sharpen out my eyebrows. Like literally what I wouldn't do back then. Alright, so this is how my eyebrows look like. This is, again, like I said, how I used to do it back then and how I do it now. They both look weird, okay? So don't judge me. I'm not really good at eyebrows. Now let's jump into the eye look. What I basically did was I would just apply my eyeliner and that was it. I wouldn't apply any like eyeshadow, nothing like that. That's not how I did it. I don't know anything about eyeshadow much, so I would just go in with the liner. Actually, I'm not going to be using this one. I'm going to use the Kat Von D tattoo liner. So this one's actually one of my favorites. So this is how I basically did it. Okay, so that is how my top liner would like kind of look like back then. I don't remember how exactly I would do it. I just know I would try to do like a winged liner back then. So anyways, what I also would do is I would use like a gel liner and I would apply it underneath my eyes. I would always use gel liner. That has never changed. I never liked the pencil eyeliner. I just always hated it. So I would just basically apply it underneath my eyelid. You know, I'm not gonna lie, my eyebrows actually remind me of this emoji, like with the eyebrows. Yeah, that's horrible. But yeah, this is how I would do my eyeliner. Hopefully you could see that up close. This is how it looks like. This is literally how I would do my eyeliner. Like, that's it. That is it. And then what I would do next is I would apply a mascara. And this was basically how I would do my makeup. Like, that's all it was. I didn't really do anything crazy. Alright, so I would just put in mascara and that's basically how it looks like. And then I would also apply blush. So I'm going to get that right now. I'm going to finish off this side. So what I would do is I would just take a blush and just apply it like this. And I would apply a lot, like a lot of blush. No joke, it was just a lot of it. And my mom would be like, you have so much blush, and she would come into my face and like fix it up for me. It was really funny. Alright, so I would use a red lipstick, and this one is by ColourPop, because I did wear a lot of red lipstick. It was just my favorite. I loved red, and I still love red today, so I'm going to show you all. So I'm going to do half of my lip, just so you know, right here. Okay, so this is the lipstick I would always wear. It was literally just a red lipstick. That's all it was. Now, moving on, I'm going to go into this side of my face to show you all how I would do it today. So since we were talking about Salma earlier today, I'm going to be using her palette, the Slay with Salma palette. It's this one right here. I've talked about it before. You know, just to show some like support, and you know, like I said, guys, please go and donate and share her GoFundMe. I'll use the color Dream Big. So I'm going to be using this. This is how I do my makeup today. Alright, instead of putting eyeliner at the bottom of my eyelid, I now put like eyeshadow underneath my eyelid. And I would never used to do this, so it was pretty different. Another thing that I do differently with my makeup now is I usually get like a shimmery shade, and I would basically apply it right here around like the tear duct area, as you can see. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be applying my liquid eyeliner. So I still do a cat eye, but of course I do it a little more differently. So this is how I do it. Hopefully I could show you all. I usually start from the outside like that. And then I usually go to the center. And from the center, I end up going like a little more outwards. I don't know how to explain it. Alright, so I'm going in to apply my mascara. So the next thing I do on how I do my makeup now is I usually do like a little bit of contouring, not too much. Anyways, I don't really know how to contour, but I try my best to, so that's usually what I do on this side of my face now. So I usually just try my best, and I usually take my forehead and I just apply it this way. And then I get the side of my cheeks. Guys, I forgot to apply foundation on my neck. I am so sorry. I'm gonna do that real quick right now. But like I said, I do put foundation underneath my neck. So I put it all over here. This is basically all I do. Like I said, I never used to match my neck with my face, so that was pretty bad. Don't judge me. I didn't know anything about makeup. So the next thing I would do after I do the whole contouring, I say it that way because I don't really know how to contour, I take my blush and I just apply it onto my face. I also use the Sailor Moon one, and I'm also matching. Look at my t-shirt. This is so cute. If you all want this t-shirt, I have this on my Teespring shop, so feel free to check it out. And it says boys are the enemy over here. And I have this shirt in different colors, sizes, and also in mugs as well. And I also have a Sailor Moon pillow logo, so if you all want to go check that out on my Teesprings, feel free to. I do make, like I said, the reason why I did it was to make a little bit of money on the side for my content, specifically because you all, as my viewers, deserve a lot better content. So if you all like buy any shirts from me or anything, like any designs on my Teesprings, I would really appreciate it. Like I said, the money goes towards my content, such as my Twitch and my YouTube channels, because I have a gaming channel as well, and this channel. So it all goes to that, just so you all know. Okay, so after I'm done contouring and doing the blush, I usually go in with the highlighter. I'm not going to tell you all which highlighter I'm using because I don't want to get attacked. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just using my highlighter and just applying it onto. Well, on a future note, if you all see me using any Jeffree Star cosmetics, I'm going to show you all, might as well. Hopefully I don't get attacked. But if you all see me using Jeffree Star cosmetics, just know I already had these beforehand, and I'm just, making the most of it because, I wasted money on it before everything, happened. So I don't want to just throw it away, because it's a waste of money. I spent hundreds of dollars on makeup because they're good formulas, don't get me wrong. I've always liked Jeffree Star's makeup because of the good formula, but I never really liked him personally as a person because he's always been not a great person. I don't want to make this video about him though because I don't want to get attacked or any heated comments. But just know that I do not support Jeffree Star's cosmetic line anymore. I'm not going to be buying any more products from him, but if you do see me use it in any videos, at all, just know that it is makeup that I have purchased beforehand. I don't believe in trashing makeup, especially when you spend hundreds of dollars in it on them. I don't think it's right. So if you see anybody using any Jeffree Star's makeup products or whatever because they've already had it, I want to ask you guys to please be mindful and respectful towards those people because some of us are not supporting Jeffree Star anymore or in any way. We just have makeup, and I feel like the beauty community has been toxic enough, and I think we shouldn't get attacked for some other brand's behavior, or basically we all just don't deserve to be attacked for someone else's actions, if that makes sense. It isn't okay. The beauty community has already been toxic, and I think that is enough. So I'm going to be using the Dollar Lash Club lashes, and these are in Delilah. I never used to use lashes. Also use my code Tirzah Sephora. I will put it here so you all can use that code and get a discount on your eyelashes, your false lashes, and I promise you all they are really good lashes. I love them. These are for now going to be my go-to lashes, for reals. I really love them. They're really beautiful, and they're actually a whole lot thicker. And yeah, it's really pretty. I love how thick they are. They don't tear easily. So anyways, with that said, I usually apply my lashes. I never used to use lashes, at all. Ever. So now I use them a little more. Sometimes I don't use them though because I have glasses and they hit my glasses, so I don't see the point in wearing them, but sometimes I do, so I do usually apply these. So here we go. Alright, so now what I do when I apply my lipstick or lip gloss, I first put in my chapstick. So I usually use my chapstick first, and then I use like a lip gloss. I never used to wear lip gloss. It was always about red lipstick every single day. That was it. But now I use red lip gloss. Anyways, that is how I do my makeup then versus now. It is so completely different. You could definitely tell the difference on how I used to do it. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. I don't know why nobody told me anything about this side of my face, on like why I even did my makeup like this. It's crazy that nobody said anything. It's like, wow. But yeah, that is how it looks like. I feel like I have improved within like doing makeup, and I'm still improving and like basically evolving. Today I'm still changing, I'm still learning. I'm not a professional, but I do know a few things. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. And it's so crazy because a lot of girls today, and also guys, like when they go to school, they do their makeup like this, and it is so amazing. And I'm just like, no, you all need to go to the awkward stage, because we all went through an awkward stage in middle school and also in high school. And it's like they're not going through the awkward stage. They look like models, and it is so crazy. And it's like that one meme I saw. When we were like 15 years old, we looked completely different, and like now today, a lot of these people look like models, and it is so crazy yet amazing because they look really beautiful and they're slaying makeup. And it's just not fair though. I had braces and I was going through a whole awkward stage. I know my teeth are crooked. That's due to wisdom teeth that had happened like years ago, which really sucks. But I went through an awkward stage with wisdom, with like freaking braces, and my makeup was just horrible, you know, and they're slaying and looking like models. It's crazy. Anyways, if you all enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and also comment down below what you thought about these looks and how different they were. So that is about it. Also, don't forget to donate to Salma. Check out her like page, which is Slay with Salma. And also feel free to share her GoFundMe, like I said, and donate. And also, I'll leave my links down below so you all can connect with me on TikTok, Twitch, and my Facebook page, Instagram, and Twitter, and all of that. Anyways, bye everyone. Also, stay safe out there during this whole virus outbreak. Bye everybody.